Hi, my name is Ryan Wells. I am the owner of Ride a Well Builds here in Seattle, Washington. We build custom vans out of our shop. Before I started Ride a Well back in 2010, I was working as a project engineer. There's no such thing as a straight van. Every van has many curves in it. You can't just build a box and put it in a van and it will fit. This is one that we have right here. This is a Mercedes Sprinter 4x4. And our primary objective when we get these vans is to convert them into living spaces and also mobile workstations. The owner brings us a van and we go over literally from the floor up what the van's going to be. We got a series of questions we ask that how they intend to use the van, and then we start the design process, which leads to the building process. The primary customization we do on vans is 4x4 Mercedes Sprinters. The reason for that is because that is the most popular chassis because of the four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. There are smaller camper vans, which is a very good option for 1 to 2 people. So this is a 144. You have 12 feet, and we can do a lot of different things in there. For instance, this one will get 2 additional seats in the back. It's going to have a folding Murphy bed, and then 2 workstations for the adults who will be working from the van, and they also have a small child that they'll be bringing with them. We kind of do a variety of builds and a variety of different layouts. This one, a little less bells and whistles than some of our other vans, so we're able to reuse the factory headliner and the factory floor, and that comes pre-finished with us, along with the seats. So that's called a crew van, and we still do the build out. It still has everything you would want in it, but it's a cheaper option. You don't have to install new flooring, new ceiling, stuff like that. This one just has 2 fans in it, and it has a full electrical system, kitchen, and this is going to have a Murphy bed system in it as well. We chose to set our focus on the customization of vans because there's more of a demand there right now for us as opposed to woodworking. The cool thing that we do is the uniqueness of each van because they are all different and custom made for the owner. So it's challenging building a different van every single time, but that's our job, and that's why people are coming to us, for the uniqueness and for the customization of the vans. Van life has been around since hashtags have been around, so not incredibly long. For me, the first time I saw a van was in Smith Rock State Park in Oregon when I was on a camping trip, and I knew then that I was going to be getting a van someday. Before I did get my first van, I did truck camping, started out tent camping, and then I graduated to camping in the back of a pickup truck, and then I got my first van, and it's just an evolving process. I learned the process of van building mostly through trial and error. The woodworking part, the building of the walls, floors, ceilings, cabinetry, beds. Every van builder builds an electrical system different than you did 10 years ago. 10 years ago, there was lithium batteries weren't the main battery in a van, it was AGM batteries. So as technology changes, and it will continue to, so does the systems in van. 5 years ago, there was no such thing as satellite internet in vans, and now we're putting that in pretty much every single build because that is what the clients are asking for, to have the ability to work remotely and to have high-speed internet in the vehicle wherever you're at, whether that be a city or up on a mountain. The van life community is very large and growing. It's spread out all over the country. There's people in every single state doing it. It doesn't really matter how new or nice your van is. Van life is van life, so if you're getting out there and doing it, that's it. You're traveling, waking up somewhere different all the time, and that's what people are seeking out in the van life community. If you're watching this video, you're probably curious about van life, and what's really popular in the van life community is DIY builds. All that means is you're doing a lot of the build out yourself. So a lot of people go to the big box centers and literally put the bed together with 2x4s, and that's cool. You're doing it. You got a bed, got somewhere to sleep at night. So there are places like our business, for example, we do work with DIY people to help out on stuff that might be a little more complex that people might not have experience in, such as electrical systems, and we cut a lot of holes in the vans for people because that can be an intimidating first step of putting that fan and window in. People are now looking as an alternative to a home office that they now have an opportunity to have an office with wheels on it. And what that means is we're able to connect the van to high-speed internet where you can make video calls, work from the beach, the mountain, the resort, wherever you find yourself. And that's really a new exciting thing. Living in a van full-time, I think it's a great thing to do at that age because it's a good time to explore and you don't really have any ties. You know, if you live in a van for 5 years, you can still do whatever you want. You got time to change professions, start a family, whatever that may entail. If I was 24, I would definitely be thinking about doing the van life. My recommendation for starting a business would be to do quite a bit of research before you jump into anything. It doesn't matter what that business is going to be. You're going to want to start small, start in your own garage before you expand. You want to do much market research and figure out what you can charge, who your competitors would be. It can be a challenging business to run a woodworking business because you do have more competition on that end because a lot of people are running a woodworking business out of their garage, willing to do it for cheaper because they're starting up and working on weekends. I think the future of van life will be more digital and more vehicles will be powered by batteries. What's next for Ride-A-Well? We're very heavy still into van builds. I'm working on a new van build, so really what we try to do is keep evolving as a business and as a van builder because there's always going to be a new idea, a new build. I would encourage people to think about getting out there and exploring.